What's up, guys? It's Casey Zuckelman, aka the fourth Sanderson sister, coming at you with another Hocus Pocus What If video. In today's video, I'm going back to 1993 and Winifred's infamous blunder towards the end of the movie. Of course, I'm talking about...
Joy, what luck! This is perfect for that little tow-headed brat.
We have a child.
Here. And look, Winnie, more children are arriving. Come on in.
Winnie, we'll make more potion because, Winnie, we have the money.
We haven't the time. Besides, I want to get that little rat-faced kid that called me.
Oh, don't say it, Jody.
Ugly?
Oh, honey, I know.
She really hurt my feelings.
She's jealous.
She don't even know me.
I know.
I talked about this a long time ago, but I'm revamping it into a proper what if video. What if she didn't pursue revenge first? What if Winifred and Mary followed Sarah's idea? How would the story change, and would it open a much darker universe for Hocus Pocus?
Have some popcorn, a little sippy of your sip stuff.
Because we are going to find out. So the build up to this pivotal moment goes exactly as we remember it.
Prepare to die! Again.
You have no powers here, you fool.
Hollywood! Maybe not. But there's a power greater in your magic, and that's knowledge.
Come on, man.
And there's one thing that I know that you don't.
No. And what is that, dude?
Daylight savings time.
Daylight savings time.
Man, let me out of here. Help! Help! Hey! Hollywood! Help us out here. Tubular. Let me out of here, man.
I am alive.
Damn that boy. He's tricked us again.
Oh, you're right. You're always right. I don't know how
It's
you...
my curse. That and you too. Look, the candle's almost out. And my potion. My beautiful potion. Look, there's just enough left for one child. Get the vial. Oh, joy, what luck. This is perfect for that little tow-headed brat.
We have a child.
Here.
And look, Winnie, more children are arriving. Come on in.
Winnie, we'll make more potion because, Winnie, we have the money.
We haven't the time. Besides, I want to get that little rat-faced kid that called me.
However, when Sarah makes her suggestion and Winifred says no, Mary steps in to calm the situation. She knows Sarah's idea is the right one, but she also knows Winifred will not listen to Sarah. But she'd listen to Mary. Mary pats Sarah's shoulder reassuringly, and they nod to each other. Let us hold a calming circle for just a moment, Winnie. Mary joins hands with Sarah and a reluctant Winifred. Mary, we haven't the time for this, Winifred barked. We haven't the time to go chase that little girl either, Winnie, Mary continues. We have mere moments until dawn. Would it not be wiser to suck the life out of the children in these cages, then surprise the others? Mary laid out the plan calmly. Yes, we will appear in front of them, and when the sun rises, we will not die, Sarah added cheerfully. Then you may savor your revenge against the child, Mary said, and at this Winifred's narrowed eyes lit up. Slowly torture her for calling thee such a dirty word. Devour her life force one sip at a time. Make her brother watch. With every whisper Sarah and Mary put in Winifred's ears, the more she liked the idea of truly scaring these children. They believed she and her sisters could be beaten, which at the moment was true. Yet, if they did drain the lives of those boys, not only would they be a bit younger, they would live past the dawn and wreak havoc on the children of Salem. That little girl would be in her clutches before the boy could stop her. Winifred held up her hands for silence, then gestured to the cages. Let us out of here, please. We'll never make fun of older broads again. Let them down, Sister Mary, Winifred said sweetly. They've suffered long enough. Mary, knowing she and Sarah got through to Winifred, lowered the cages and Sarah hummed soothingly to the terrified teenage boys. Jay and Ice started to calm down as they listened to the humming of this stunningly beautiful woman. They truly thought that about her. The other two weren't appealing, but this chick? Sarah unlocked Jay's cage first, then Ice's, and they slowly crawled out. She leaned down to them, her bosom just exposed enough, enticing the pair to take her hands. She helped them to their feet and flashed a bright smile at them, her blue eyes enchanting. Winifred and Mary stayed close by, and they knew exactly what to do now that Sarah had them under her power. "I am so sorry we frightened thee so," Sarah apologized sweetly. "I was merely jesting about using our potion on thee. Thou art far too handsome to steal life from." "Yeah, well, we work out," Jay bragged, and Sarah squeezed his bicep. "And we're kinda big deals around the town," Ice said with a confident grin. Sarah leaned her head on his shoulder while still holding Jay's arm. The boys flashed each other knowing grins. Mary and Winifred did the same. "Please have a seat and rest before going on thy way." Sarah invited them to the table, then looked at Mary and Winnie as she guided them to the chairs. She sat them down with their backs towards the cauldron. "Can I offer thee a drink?" "Yeah, I could use one," Jay said. "Something to wash down all that candy would be good," Ice agreed. "Of course, with pleasure. Sister Mary, could you get them our special brew?" Sarah asked. Her spell was so strong, the boys had no idea what was going on beyond her seduction. "Oh yeah, brewskis," Jay said. "A beer is gonna taste so good," Ice said. He went to kick his feet up on the table when Sarah sat down in his lap. She laid her feet across Jay's lap. "Best Halloween ever." "You said it," Jay said, running his hand up Sarah's leg. As Sarah giggled, her sisters brought over 2 cups filled with the last bit of bubbling life potion. The boys did not immediately drink the stuff as they were preoccupied with the tall drink of water draped over them. Mary and Winifred cleared their throats and leaned on the chairs. "'Tis a shame thy friend left thee here to perish," Winifred pointed out. "Yes, Winnie, what sort of friend would leave 2 sweet, innocent boys in danger?" Mary agreed. Jay and Ice nodded, taking up their cups. "Yeah, what a jerk move," Jay huffed. "And he smiled as he ran away with my shoes," Ice added. "I wish there was a way to get back at him." "You said it." "What if we told you there is a way?" Winifred asked smugly. "Is there really?" Jay asked, taking a big swig of his drink. He smacked his lips. "Odd taste. Must be a Miller." "Oh, yes," Sarah said. "You can use us to get back at him." "How so?" Ice asked, swallowing his in one gulp. "Well, we cannot live past sunrise without a certain boost to our own life force," Mary informed them, "and it would take a sizable one for the 3 of us. If we can find you that boost, we'll give it to you," Jay said. "Anything to make him pay for abandoning us." "Yeah, whatever the cost, we'll do it," Ice said as Sarah slipped off of his lap. She and Mary leaned on his shoulders as Winifred put a hand on Jay's. All 3 grinned wickedly as the boys began to glow. "I am so glad to hear thee say that." Now, Max and company have still retreated to the graveyard. They still meet up with Billy, who calls for a truce, cuts his mouth open, etc., and joins the team. Graveyard fight starts the same way, goes for a few beats the same way.
Here they come! Billy, guard Dani, Max, Allison, spread out!
For the last time, prepare to meet thy doom. You little pest. I've had enough of you.
The only difference is Max, this time, does not have leverage over Winifred because she didn't bring a potion with her. There was no need to do so. They had already used it. This time, when she captures Dani, she gets to hold on to her. Max, Allison, Billy, and Binks try to get her back to no avail. The sun comes up as the smug kids watch, but the Sanderson sisters cackle as they do not die. What? They were supposed to die when the sun came up, Allison gasped. That means, Binks gasped. Thank thee for leaving thy friends in our care, boy, Mary said with a laugh. Yes, they were very helpful and very sweet, Sarah snickered. No. Max realized what happened. Oh, yes, big brother, Winifred laughed, squeezing Dani a little closer. And now thy precious little sister is mine. You'll never get away with this, Max shouted. Oh, but it seems, Winifred grinned wickedly. We already have. Come, sisters. Max, Allison, Binks, and Billy ran as fast as they could after the flying witches, eventually getting in the car and driving. Max was shaking. His heart pounded. He felt sick. He got those two jerks killed because he ran away. Allison tried to keep him calm, but he could not calm down. He had to save Dani before she was added to the body pile. When they arrived, they heard her screaming. Max didn't even hesitate. He burst through the door with his friends on his heels. Dani was being poked and prodded by Sarah while Winifred and Mary brewed life potion. Max didn't stand still, nor did he hesitate to hit a girl. He punched Sarah so hard he knocked her on her butt, grabbed his tied-up sister, lifting her in his arms. Winifred zapped him right in the back, and Max groaned from the pain. He kept a tight hold on Dani as Allison slammed her entire body weight into Winifred. Binks jumped on Mary as Billy tipped over the cauldron. The five took off as fast as they could, but Max tripped over something on his way out. He screamed and could not help throwing up a little when he saw the withered husks of Jay and Ice laying on the floor. Dani screamed at him to move, so he got up and they booked it out. What are we gonna do, Max? They know where we live, Dani panicked as they drove away at top speed. Come back to my place, Allison told them. We'll be safe there, and I know if we talk to my parents, they'll believe us. Are you really sure? Max asked. We have two pretty great pieces of living proof right here. She pointed to Binks, then Billy in the back seat, who had an arm around Dani. It's worth a shot, Max said. When they arrived at Allison's house, the cops were there speaking with her parents. As soon as she got out of the car, a bigger ruckus kicked up. Her parents started shouting about kidnapping, Allison protested, and everybody started screaming about witches. Finally, the police took everyone to the station for questioning. Max told the cops everything that had happened that night, from trick-or-treating to saving Dani. The cops did not believe anything he said about the Sanderson sisters, but Max was insistent. You don't understand. They killed two people. Do you hear me? They killed them, he babbled. Who did these so-called witches kill? Jay and Ernie. They're two guys. They go to my school. They're jerks who pick on me, but they didn't deserve to die. I left them there to die. It's my fault they're dead. I know those hooligans, the officer said. They're always getting into trouble. You, however, are not going anywhere, young man, not until I call their parents and yours. My parents aren't home, Max said. They've been at the town hall since last night. They're under a spell. Uh-huh. The cop kept Max detained while he went to make the phone calls. Allison and her parents were cleared to go home. She was grounded for at least the next 3 months for staying out all night, stealing her mother's museum keys, and breaking props from the cottage. Billy had stayed with Dani as long as he could, but he had to slip away eventually and get back to his grave. A great slumber was trying to settle on him. Binks remained in her lap as the police tried to get a hold of her parents. When no one answered, the cops went to the house and saw all the damages in Max's room. Suspicions were growing. When they returned, they took Dani in for some questions about her home life, the night, and especially her brother. The cops took serious note of his aggression towards uprooting, the stories about how he was being bullied, his resentfulness towards taking Dani trick-or-treating, his resentfulness towards his parents, and now the missing teenage boys, the bullies in question. She begged them to go check the old museum before doing anything else. She held up Binks, who went to talk to the police, but he found he could only meow again. The Sanderson sisters had silenced him. "I promise Binks can talk! He can!" Dani insisted. "Honey, I know this is a scary time, but just hang tight. Your cat can talk to you all you want until we get back," the cop said, then headed out. Meanwhile, Winifred and her sisters knew that someone would come poking around at some point soon. Though they took care of the cat and the zombie with a few quickly used spells, they did have to get out of there. Since they survived the sunrise, they had a world of possibilities at their fingertips now. "What shall we do, Winnie? Witch hunters will come for us," Sarah gulped, "just as they did before." "We must hide the boys," Mary panicked. "Sisters, grab thy brooms. We're leaving," Winifred told them. "Where will we go, Winnie?" Mary asked. "Wherever we please, sisters," Winifred told them. "As long as we have book, we are not bound to Salem alone. We may leave this dreadful village and find a quieter place to live for the time being. When our reputation around this village dies back down, we shall return. And we leave the boys here." "But why, Winnie, why?" Mary asked. "We were never here, sisters. We are dead, remember. But someone was here," she said with a smirk. "Someone else was here?" Sarah exclaimed. "Of course, you idiot! Those children," Winifred said. "We are not the witches to hunt this time." "Oh, thou art most wicked, Winnie," Mary complimented her. "Take what you need, sisters. We must hurry." When the police arrived, the place was as neat as it had been when the museum closed. All but 2 cages, with 2 bodies inside of them, and a missing spellbook. The police had murders to deal with, and their suspect was currently detained at the station, Max Dennison. Max was placed under arrest, and Allison was called back in for questioning, only to later be detained as an accessory to murder. Max couldn't get a lawyer like she could, however, because his parents were still missing. It wasn't but a day later that the Dennisons were found in the town hall with many other missing parents and adults. Several were dead from dehydration, and others were rushed to the hospital for dehydration and muscle spasms. Among the dead were Jenny and Dave Dennison. The investigation into these deaths, unfortunately, went back to Max as well, since he was spotted at the town hall by some passers-by. The cops chalked it up to him putting drugs in the punch. With no concrete proof to clear him, no witnesses other than Allison and Dani claiming it was the Sanderson sisters, Max was sentenced for murder. Allison was cleared when he lied to save her. With no parents, a brother in prison, and a ward of the state, Dani was sent back to California to live with an aunt and uncle, and Binks went with her. She was deemed innocent in this, a victim herself of a bullying big brother, and thanks to Sarah, she had the marks to prove it. As for the Sanderson sisters, this time, they were smarter. They got away with murder and made their way out of Salem. They went from town to town, causing trouble and keeping themselves young with the youth of children. Dani spent her entire life training in anti-magic to get her revenge against those witches. When she was old enough, she became a witch hunter with Binks by her side, and they set off with one goal in mind, ending the Sanderson sisters to clear Max's name. So there you go. That's what I think could have happened if the Sanderson sisters stole the lives of Jay and Ice. It got dark in a hurry, but if they won back in the 90s, I don't think it would have taken a lighter turn. I really don't. I don't think it would have gone well for anyone involved. If you enjoy this video, please remember to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't. It's free. It helps me. What helps me helps you guys get more great content like this. There is no Twitch stream this Thursday as I will be out of town on a trip. But you're going to be getting Mary's Pokemon Ruby Journey in its place either Thursday or, heaven forbid, if I have more software issues on Friday. Saturday night, I'm back with more Winifred Sanderson Plays Pokemon Emerald Randomized Nuzlocke at our usual time. If you're a regular on this channel, please remember to drop a like and share your thoughts on this dark twist to the story down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Casey Zogelman, aka the Fourth Sanderson Sister, and I'll see you witches and wizards later.
I am gonna